75 damage for Dazzle. That's what makes that core Dazzle possible, that it carry you through that mid game and actually have a lot of damage output. So anyhow, enough about the Dazzle. How do our side lanes look here? Some basic
you're
bounty
gonna
action.
pretend to care about other heroes in this game.
I have to be somewhat unbiased here, but everyone knows Dazzle is my spirit animal, and it's so rare we get to see him in the core role, Trent. What a treat. What are you excited to see this game, Trent?
The other lanes are pretty standard stuff. I'm looking forward to a good old Rezo Void. Gotta say I enjoy that one. Already handing out the tips there to King R as he gets a couple value punches in there.
Yep. We went 2 apiece for the bounty runes. We'll have SVG TP up top.
Oh, that courier's in a little dicey spot there, but you are not going to find it.
And straight in the mid, you are already getting harassed by the Dazzle. This is how you have to play. Got to play from ahead.
Yeah, and of course you're going to try and keep that poison refreshed as long as possible, but a little bit difficult at first. Only 4-second duration, so you would imagine that the earlier levels still could look pretty good in the CS department for a TA. Especially with UR. Very comfortable in this hero.
Yep, Weaver going to get a little help up top. Can't see it here, but Tiny did just pull that creep wave back to try to get a little more momentum for Gambit up there. Down bottom, Universe and MSS, the Veno and Centaur up against the Bane and Troll Warlord. How are you feeling about the Troll right now, Trent? We saw most of our carries banned out, so... Oh, action in both spots. Vanscore taking a lot of damage.
I think the slow's going to be enough there. They're at a skills bot, so...
Right, it was almost a first blood mid while that was happening as well. You are forced into using that healing salve already.
Yeah, I think Troll, most of the games we've seen it, it's been through the Phoenix, basically, looking to counter that, or it's been paired up with a Magnus. One of the other options for seeing it, but a game like this, just kind of a decent carry to start things off, can certainly help some of those earlier engagements with the Tiny.
Nice against the Tombstone.
Yeah, it's true, no doubt about that. Same logic.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
SVG gets tossed back under his tower. Separate away from King R.
I'll be honest, Trent, I am just tunneled on this mid lane right now, though. Down bottom, MSS, he gets set up by the Nightmare. And just some harassment coming out as the Hawk goes back to farming. Not the easiest lane for this Troll Warlord.
Kind of a similar story for this Weaver up here, too. Like, he's doing okay, but I guess the constant pulls are really going to helping him out. But like now there's a sentry down from SVG, so this should help get him through these earlier levels when Chikuchi's not too powerful. Actually, they don't get the whole wave, though, so King R will deny the range creep at the very least, but he's going to be the one who actually gets his experience under the tower.
Down bottom, Vanscore going to be in a little bit of trouble. Sets up for the Venomous Gale. Nightmare will buy him a little bit of time. Going to try to walk back towards the tower, but the slows from the Veno might be just enough. There's the stomp. Will connect from MSS, and that's your first blood. Double edge to secure the kill.
Yeah, you think of Bane as being this like super strong laner that really can't lose any matchup, but Troll just does not offer a whole lot. Very difficult to go for any sort of a kill threat in this lane. He already wasted a couple of the Whirling Axes just to save his Bane, right, with those slows too. So eventually the battle is won from the Veno and the Centaur.
King R gonna have some creeps following him here. SVG also in tow.
Vanscore actually comes back down here with no regen too, so he's be a little bit worried about this just happening once again, honestly. And King R, he's really good at getting these half pulls. Always able to cancel the range creep, but this time SVG won't have to miss out on anything here, and they can't even go for a kill despite this just being a lone support.
And Undying pretty beefy in this situation. Level 2 with the Soul Rip. Definitely not the hero you want to go on. So what are you thinking about this mid lane, Trent? 16-7 on the Dazzle, 13-3 on the Templar Assassin. Is Appa Ninja winning hard enough to make this Dazzle pick worth it?
I mean, the Huskar was banned out, which I guess you would say is like the big counter, but
right.
The Huck.
See him down bottom. Universe going to try to chase him down under the tower. It's going to be close, but I think he's going to have the damage here. No.
I mean, he's got a Gale.
Oh,
okay. That raindrop that cancels the impact damage.
There's going to turn onto the Bane instead. MSS hits him with the stun. Very low heroes on Gambit, and they'll get another kill onto Vanscore. Dahak does survive, however. All the while, Yawar falls to Appa Ninja as King R makes the rotation with a haste rune.
Hits him with the Shadow Wave. So this is where it starts popping off for the Dazzle quite a bit, right? Not only do they have a sentry now in the lane, that's going to be one bit problem for Yawar, but the poison takes out the refractions, and then he waits for the big heal bomb. So very difficult for him to play close up versus the Dazzle.
Yep.
And you're still stuck on just the single point on your side blades, too. So you're still in there real tight.
And now the level advantage. Appa Ninja almost level 6. Yawar soon to be 5. Not going to dive too deep under the tower, but that third point in poison really adding up. Back down bottom, stun onto Hakan from MSS. Going to find his way into the tree line. He'll be fine. TP home. Universe also going to be able to make it back to safety near his own tower.
Still SVG and King Air messing around with each other here, and SVG toss back in the wave, and that's going to help secure the bounty rune there for King Air in his bottle, but Rezo will grab the Radiant side bounty rune.
And it'll end up going 2 apiece.
Rezo. Wow, he waited on that. That's a tip. Whoops. Yeah,
nice
Rezo knows. On that one a little bit.
All right. Interesting build. The Dazzle opts to grab the Shallow Grave at 6 instead of Weave. Great against the TA, though. The Grave TP. No way to counter that, of course.
Suppose no real threats here.
Yep, up top, toss in. Just having a little fun. A little pressure on these forward boys. Rezo's having a good time in this lane, though. Void, a lot of CS.
Yeah, just behind this rather ridiculous 29 and now 16 for the Dazzle. You just get that ring of kill so early, combined with the null talisman. He has a lot of damage.
Yep, decent amount of armor. TA relegated the jungle for now, halfway through 5, desperately trying to get to that point where the psionic traps come out. Always the turning point in these sort of matchups.
Yeah, but even with the sentry down too, though, that kind of ruins things.
True.
Invisibility.
I'm waiting for some sort of support rotation to come through, and unfortunately, he has rather slow supports in the Centaur, who has been like dual laning this whole time. And I'm sure what we're going to end up seeing is that we'll have MSS be given some lane space, just like all these support Centaurs have been, from like 8 to like 14 minutes kind of a deal to try and make them catch up and become this 4th core.
Right.
So we'll have to see if the UR can get enough space and enough levels that he can actually jungle efficiently for that.
Well,
but
MSS sets it up onto Dahak. Follow up Gale. It'll be tough for this troll to survive through it. He does get off the whirling axes, buys him a little bit of time, but Vanscore has to pick one or the other. Couple of stick charges. He does have another Fairy Fire in a few seconds, and Troll will be able to survive. Vanscore also lives through it as MSS has to head for the hills. No kills.
Hawking a little bit crazy there. I was going to go for it. But once again, still just stuck on tangos. Feels like they just did not get enough regen for this lane.
Yep. Still, the net worth advantage in this laning phase is going the way of Gambit. Most of it coming from that mid lane. Dazzle about 1,000 up on the TA. Everything else is relatively even. Huge level disparity. Look at that deny difference. 23 denies on this Dazzle at only 7.5 minutes.
Yeah, that's going to give you the levels, that's for sure. I think the question will be just like how fast they get going, though.
Up top, I don't know if they have the damage here. They can't finish him off in time. There's the time walk behind the trees. Rezo will live.
But yeah, we're just, oh, and bottom MSS is in behind here. Looks like they're going to go for another try here. Oh, they whiff the Gale. Splits the wickets.
Yep, not the dream.
They're both just stuck going opposite directions here.
Universe can be able to make it out, though. Gets caught by the whirling axes.
And the only thing is Vanscore is out of mana.
Well, now the TB from Ninja. He's not going to let Universe get away with this one. There's a level 4 poison touch. Now the Veno is absolutely done for, and they will give the kill over to the Troll Warlord.
Yeah, that's totally fine. His wave was pushed out anyway in the mid lane. They're using the Tombstone to farm up this stack up top, it looks like.
Yep, definitely worth it. Rezo going to get most of these last hits. Tiny trying to snipe a few with the toss, but unsuccessful in his endeavor.
Yeah, he's got a lot of zombies on him. If Rezo can make it over, there's a good chance they have a kill here.
Yep, here we go. Time dilation, and will just go down. You called it right, my friend. So what's the game plan for this TA, Trent? How crippling is the matchup?
I think her game plan's not really as important as the Radiant's game plan, because like you just basically have to identify that Gambit are the ones that need to be aggressive. So UR has to show up when the fights actually occur, but I feel like the game kind of has to be carried by his allies right now, especially Universe. I'm a little worried that he's still level 4. I feel like this Veno is going to be super important for stopping the early game.
This is going to be a solo kill, Trent. Ninja, did he do the math on this? One more auto attack, not quite going to be there. Ninja,
well,
he's got the grave. Nope, Yawar goes back in. It is going to be a solo kill after all.
We weren't sure which way it was going to go for a while there, but did get it correct.
And I think TA's only option there is try to TP for survival. That's all you got. I mean, Dazzle does not have a stun. That is the one weakness in this kind of a 1v1 matchup.
Tower isn't going to last long.
Well, I think if you're looking for a snowballing dazzle, though, you've got it. Treads and the damage talent. This guy actually hits so hard right now. He just needs someone to offer that control element.
Down bottom, Tombstone comes out as SVG makes the rotation, finishes off Van's score with a soul rip, and now they want to Hawk. 1 or 2 zombies chasing him down. The big bad Dazzle's on the way, though. Forward, they get hit by poison on all 3. This could be bad. The weave as well. MSS goes down first. Now
God,
Universe just getting chunked by this Dazzle. Is that a double damage rune? Nope, that's just his talent.
And the plus side, at least SVG will grab himself the bottom bounties, but both were taken up top
Small
by
upside.
King R. Yeah, indeed. Certainly not worth it. And again, this Venomancer just falling. Not even level 6 at 10 minutes. This is a core hero.
Yep.
But at the same time, he is kind of a 3.5 because he's sharing that with MSS, so it's not a full-out disaster. And it looks like MSS will be the one to get the tome here, though, so he'll have 6 up and ready.
Van score using this space in the mid now that the Dazzle's moving around a little bit, trying to get to his level 6. Very close, just needs a couple more creeps here. Up top, Rizzo able to time walk back to safety. He does have Chronosphere now.
I like F Ninja's decision to go Dragonlance. I think it's a really good Hurricane Pike game, too.
Yes.
So it'll be a nice choice for the Dazzle. That active on the Hurricane Pike is actually going to do so much damage.
Rizzo maybe in some trouble up top. There's the time walk. Up in another 3 seconds. Stampede from the Centaur. And that's all we'll need to survive.
Yeah, but that's a purely defensive Stampede being used right now while they're still smoking up this Dazzle. So that means they just have no tools right now to fight this. And again, the levels on Venomancer are just way too low to make any sort of rotation and then hold because he's still sitting on level 1.
Oh, nice time walk just in time by Rizzo. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, Weaver going to be caught by Venomous Gale, but Shikuchi should be fine. Does have a lot of stick charges down here.
Has a salve too, so we can just wait this out and then turn it into a play if possible. Be a bit cautious. Needs the stick and the time lapse to get back into this one. I pick up really early. Still trying to delay this and give his team more time. Afterlife playing with fire a bit here.
Yeah, forward hoping to get a tower exchange out of this, but not. They've lost top. Now mid also going to go down to the Dazzle, and they're not even going to be able to finish off that bottom tier. Pretty nice advantage for Gambit. Now a 3K net worth lead as we cross 12-minute mark, Trent.
Yeah, that Dragonlance is already done, in fact.
5,500 net worth on that core Dazzle.
The best one strats, they're coming out. I'm working in full force here.
I think the Hurricane Pike makes a lot of sense here. Generally speaking, he'll have to transition into more utility-based items. At a certain point, this Dazzle will become a support.
I mean, honestly, I think with how far ahead he is, though, he can just go Hurricane Pike like B. And I think his game looks pretty good, frankly.
Yeah. Solar Crest also a potential option. They've already got that Spirit Vessel coming for the Weaver.
They're not taking away the safe haven of the Venomancer here, too. Like, if they get this kill. That's, oh, even better, though, if you are doing Ancients.
Oh, there's the Fiend's Grip. It'll grab him. King R going to join the party. MSS not able to save his TA. That'll be the end of Yawar. MSS now on the run. Double damage Tiny is actually a little bit scary here, but they're not going to pursue under the tower. Instead, they head back down bottom. They find Universe. Just drop that Venomous Gale. 4 heroes wrapping around this poor Venomancer. He's got a TP, a lot of stick charges, but he's going to bump right into the incoming arsenal.
This has to be the time for the chrono play, it feels like. If they don't get a chrono here, it's just like you can't punish this happening to your Venomancer. This game looks very dangerous.
Yep. I'm with you on that one.
Dire's bottom
Yeah,
tower
they're
needs some
gonna
help.
straight up lose this tower. Now Veno has no home. You have no tier 1 mid, no tier 1 bot. They finally get a chrono down.
Well, they have enough for the kill, though. Tombstone's down outside. DeHawk's still alive. Now the TP from Weaver. They might be able to turn this around the other way. SVG in trouble. He's going to get brought down under the tower. Troll still standing. Rizzo trying to make it back as MSS joins the party. Double Edge has the damage, and that's a kill streak ended. Now the TP home gets interrupted by the Bane, and they're going to try to set up on MSS.
It's hard to believe that this ended up even getting the 1 kill, frankly, on the Troll Warlord. So at least something goes their way, but clearly in the end, it's going to be another advantage there for Gambit, even if the gold is that even. It's just more farm time for these reigning heroes.
Absolutely. King R also getting close to the Blink Dagger, about 2/3 of the way there, and it's going to be the medallion picked up for the Dazzle.
Yeah, this helps them secure the earlier Roche, too. They'll grab that. That's going to put more gold into his piggy bank, and then he can put that in towards the Hurricane Pike, and he'll be so ready for team fighting as they get themselves a sleep. No grip this time.
We'll be able to time walk back. However, they push the Void back, opens up for an easy Roche. Troll Warlord plus the Medallion with the Dazzle damage on top of that.
How about some Weaver bugs too?
Yeah, feels pretty safe here.
Yeah, that's a relatively quick Roche for 15 minutes, I'd say.
Say quite quick. Gambit doing a great job maintaining this early momentum. All 3 tier 1s down for Forward Gaming. TA also closing in on her Blink Dagger. About 300 gold to go.
A golden thread.
I guess Radiant fortified their structures. Radiant's bottom tower's got
Definitely still some options for Forward though. Like we've mentioned a couple times, Gambit are playing this well, but they need to keep up this momentum.
Yeah, but they're like all this tower gold. You have King R, who now just has a Blink Dagger. Yeah, he's only level 6 on the Tiny, but as long as he's setting up and creating some sort of catch for this Dazzle, that's going to be just fine. That's the one issue with this core Dazzle, is there's a hard time actually inflicting the damage onto the targets it wants, but...
Yeah. They actually gave the Aegis to the Dazzle instead of the Troll.
I think that's correct, because the Dazzle's going to be playing up front. The Troll still wants to spend more time farming, whereas the Dazzle wants to actually use this network to influence the map.
Chronos still on cooldown for 5. Appa Ninja in the front lines as MSS goes charging in, but they don't have the damage for the kill. Instead, they'll try to focus the Tombstone. There's the Chrono, interrupts the Fiend's grip. Vanscore's gotten the shallow grave. Remember, Appa Ninja has the Aegis here. Drops the heal bomb before he goes down. Does not have many teammates. I think this will just be the end of the Dazzle again. King R getting soloed on the backside by Resolution. Drops the poison, trying to do as much damage as he can, but Yawar will secure the streak.
Is Karen gonna live with the Blink? Yeah, he's fine. That was an impressive little play at the end there, but signs of life for Forward, as they say.
Yep, and meanwhile up top, Dahan did finish off, or Dahak rather, did finish off that tier 2 tower as the Troll. So bad for Gambit though, maybe not the ideal use of the Aegis.
It comes back to that whole idea of just waiting out the game though for Forward. So the little moments like that are very impactful.
And that is the first death of the game for the Dazzle, so we'll see if that kind of stymies his momentum or if he's going to be able to recover from that.
And you saw how quick they ditched too and just left Yawar completely alone. Not only because they were all low around Appa Ninja, but 100% that kill onto Yawar to get him to that big second item on the Templar Assassin.
And he is number 1 on net worth for the Dire now. We'll see a little skirmish down bottom between the Weaver and the Void. Resolution will be all right as he gets back under the tower. He does have some friends inbound, though.
Really nice Manta game, too, for him. Good positioning by SVG. Gets behind the tree there as the smoke pops.
MSS with that Blink Dagger does catch him with the stun. Not many options for this Weaver, though Shikuchi will be enough to keep him alive. No lockdown.
Yeah, we've seen the discussions about Void Weaver several times in the past and how much Void definitely counters Weaver in the Chrono, but of course there's no like minor control for these little moments like this. Chrono's down for such a long time, Weaver can still play very freely, and they didn't answer it with either of the supports either.
Forward posturing aggressively in this bottom lane, but Gambit are ready to fight if Forward commit to it, and all this is space created for that Troll up top. He's been pretty stationary in this lane. Sanj and Yasha soon to be completed. A pretty happy Troll Warlord, all things considered.
Yeah, this is kind of the problem with Troll, though, I would say, is that this hero feels like you need so many items before you really want to do anything. Like, he's trying to get into this S and Y, and then he's going to want a BKB, and his whole team's playing as 4, but they just got punished doing that even with an Aegis, so I do think they need to bring him in here a little bit.
Vanscore almost gets
that Sentry Ward.
But King R, he jumps in, toss back onto MSS, that forces out another defensive turn onto the Tiny.
They are not creating plays here. They're getting way too ambitious.
There's the Void with the ultimate on Bane. That'll be 2 down on the side of Gambit. Forward. Very nice.
Yeah, that was just a little bit awkward. Everyone a little out of position, but
they just didn't seem prepared for Forward to be completely grouped in their jungle like that. Maybe hoping to catch a TA farming an Ancient Stack or something.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, this Bane's also carrying like 2 sentries and an Observer. The Bane had an Invis rune, so you understand why they played the way they did.
Yeah.
But it was a very good response there from Forward as they also now deward some of that vision that was left behind there from Gambit.
Solar Crest now up on the Dazzle. We'll see that S&Y completed, and Weaver making a lot of progress towards this Aghanim. Just about 1,300 gold, and he's going to have that upgraded time lapse. Big time game changer.
Yeah, it's an interesting game for it too. It's good against the Chrono in some sense, right? As long as obviously you're outside of the Chrono, and then once some of the damage has been poured into the hero, then you're hoping you can get the time lapse on top of them. It's good against the Templar Assassin for the same reason, very much a burst focused hero. but it's pretty bad against Veno. You know, this is a hero that doesn't really whittle you away over time. Issues with the spells and whatnot, but
still a very useful item, though. No doubt about it. Aggressive posturing again from Gambit. Yawar on the low ground. Vanscore sets up the Nightmare in the Fiend's Grip.
Yeah,
in comes the Troll Warlord, and good night, Yawar. End of his killing spree, and that'll be another tier 2 tower down. Gambit.
Great recognition. No chrono, right? So just go.
Still 30 seconds till the chrono is up, and they're going to poke at high ground here, it looks like.
Yeah, I think they'd love to see a glyph force it at the very least.
There's the glyph. Now we're down to about 1,000 HP. Defensive weave connects on 4 of Gambit.
Yeah, and that's going to be good enough for them. Just go reestablish the lanes. Maybe even consider forcing away the void.
And grab some bounty runes.
Away. He's too worried about where they went.
Bounty getting pinged out. Is Rezo going to go for this? A little bit risky, but he'll grab it.
You know what they say.
Got to risk it for the biscuit.
That's what you say.
Is that what you were thinking of?
Yeah, and sadly it was.
Oh my. Forward are still hanging in there, Trent. Again, a very tight game.
Rezo's got an Arcane Rune. He might go for this.
No Fiend's Grip for another minute.
Oh, this guy's great.
There's the chrono right onto Ninja. They need the damage to finish him off before Grave, and they'll have it.
That was sick. Perfect use of the Arcane Rune. Best hero to get, really.
And there's the tip.
Ninja loves these tips over to Rezo.
We might be able to get this tier 1 mid for forward. Definitely a step in the right direction. Even a siege creep to help with this push. You are getting close to his BKB. He's really recovered pretty well.
Afterlife's coming in here now too, though. Looks like they're going to try and create something here.
Still no Fiend's Grip for another 15. TA taking a lot of damage, but forward, they want to fight this. They're going to go for the Bane first. They trade 1 for 1, and now MSS in a lot of trouble. King R will catch him, and he'll go down. The buyback might have been worth it. I don't know how much the Dazzle really added to that, but it is a favorable trade.
They now use the Dazzle to push into an objective. You can maybe call it worth.
Yep.
Not even, the creep wave's so far back that, yeah, no, probably not.
And not even a Roshan either. Still 40 seconds till we see when he might be respawning.
This should have secured the tier 2, though. They really didn't need much to get this. I don't think they can fight it without the TA. And a Scotty gonna get choice with the Dahak. Okay, I like that. I mean, the BK it's really good with the 10-second, but just generally tanking at my. Oh, they're bringing in Rezo. With this Arcane Rune, they're gonna have. Oh, they
5 seconds.
Try something.
Surely
really
Gambit
dangerous.
He saw that he had that Arcane Rune. They should be aware of this, but Rezo in the trees looking for his opportunity.
Look at him trying to bait Dahak here. Like, the Grave's so far back.
Waiting. Dahak caught by the defensive Nightmare now. There's the ultimate from Weaver. Complements the Aghanims.
Okay, 1 save down.
And Chrono connects on 2, but the Dazzle's outside. He's going to have a heal and a Grave if need be. Nice Poison Over from the Veno, but the Fiend's Grip. Big stun from MSS. It feels like a mini Ravage as they secure the kill onto the Troll Warlord. Now Pursuit.
Oh, another time lapse.
Weaver in some trouble, though. He doesn't have the ultimate for himself. Yawar in the front lines. King R going to reinitiate. They will catch Yawar. Toss up. They'll bring him down. It's a double for the Tiny. It looked good for forward, but they get repelled. MSS lucky to survive there on just a sliver of HP.
Oh, man. Afterlife is just destroying this game on the Weaver. It's doing so much work between the Spirit Vessels countering out the heals they're trying to throw down from the Soul Rip that was supposed to save MSS in the first engagement to just always having that on top of the faceless Void as well. Very frustrating to deal with as well. When Rezo jumped in there, he got clipped by the Blinding Axe. So, couldn't get any of his damage off during the Chrono, as you guys will be able to see right here. But yeah, first time I was there, you're feeling good as forward, right? Like, okay, we didn't use any big spells, and we baited out. Nice, good stuff. So let's go in. Yes, they'll have 1 more save. We can just focus the other target. It's single target save, but then boom, the Ava comes through. The blind, suddenly everything's stacked on Rezo. King R finishes them off with the Spirit Vessel too. And I mean, you were right. MSS is great playing the back lines, but UR just couldn't quite get there. Yeah, finish it off.
Follow up. It's tough with the double save in Chrono. There's so much pressure on resolution in those kind of scenarios to catch what feels like the perfect Chrono.
Yeah, I mean, he's only got half a mid here too because UR's been forced to go Blink BKB. Yeah. Not the ideal build on the old TA.
25 minutes, you're really hoping to have that Desolator on TA. That's
it's understandable though for sure this game why it is this way.
Yeah, no doubt. Roshan, what are we looking at? 25 seconds till the big creep comes back, so a relatively long respawn.
Yeah, that's been buying quite a bit of time, I would say, for forward, honestly. Oh, and look at that, the Manta, the big item that Rezo desperately needed. In a situation like that, that fight could have been completely different, getting rid of Spirit Vessel, getting rid of that blind.
Forward so aware of this timing, though. 5 seconds until Roche, they charge into the pit. King R, he was not ready for this, and they'll bring him down right away. Nice pick.
Well, it might just be a sport, but there is a killing spree on them. And then right into the Roche. I don't think they had any lingering vision as the spawn. Of course, they know that there can't be much time as it's been a lot of spawn.
I mean, do you consider buying back on this Tiny and taking this fight if you're Gambit?
Sure. I mean, there's a DD on the troll. Like, if they catch them in the pit, they will go for it.
Well, it seems like the weave is just enough to repel forward, at least for now.
Yeah, there's Radiant Vision looking into the, the pit too, so they knew this was going on.
Now the smoke comes from Gambit.
Gonna try and catch them around the shrine here as they have that vision up on the cliff.
The TA trapped in the pit. Forward with a lot of vision here, but this Roche falls very quickly, especially with the double damage. They've got to go quick. Beautiful Nightmare onto Resolution. Now the Fiend's Grip. MSS jumps in. He'll finish off Roche, but it does get picked up by the Troll Warlord. They get the kill onto Van Score. Now Stampede to get out. Forward need to commit or get out of dodge. Rezo looking for the Chrono, but can't quite find it. Instead, they'll settle for the Troll. Shallow Grave comes out just a little bit early as King R on the back line catches SVG, but now Chrono catches two. Dazzle and Weaver. Oh, no, they won't finish him off. Oh no, Rezo, he can't quite grab him, but there's still no Shallow Grave. On cooldown for a few more seconds. It's Forward's fight. The Hawk on the low ground doing a lot of damage here, but they're going to surround him. They will be able to kill him. Now King R going to be the next target. They'll bring down MSS, but Gambit running out of resources. Forward have broken this game open and actually reclaimed the lead.
Oh man, MSS just waiting and waiting. He gets the stop. I'm not sure what happened. He couldn't get the Aegis. I don't know if he got stunned too. I mean, at the very least, he got the Roche kill, which adds a lot of gold over to his team. Yeah. No question about that. And you can see that
XP
damage
gain too. Oh,
Mr. Green, lean, mean, poison machine. Doing all the damage in that engagement, puts himself up to the 15 talent as well.
Hey, we were talking about this yesterday. The Aghanim Scepter, a situational item on the Veno, but Universe feeling like he just needs that damage and shorter cooldown on the ultimate.
Well, what else is that this is a undispellable skill, and plenty of dispels. And
take a look at the replay here and see exactly what happened in the pit.
Too, right? Like we talked about, that's brutal. To leave that in there just gives the perfect opportunity for MSS to hop in.
Looked like the Troll was able to just jump in and snatch the Aegis with some quick fingers.
I liked how Rezo held that Chrono. Like sometimes we kind of flame void the hesitation, but he definitely would have missed on that one.
Yes,
so
absolutely.
It's a good thing he canceled. And then goes back, gets the Tuver. And although he just kind of classic, you know? Yeah. That Dazzle a little bit live.
To be fair, it really looked like that Dazzle was dead.
I know, so I was like single digits basically in the HP department.
Yeah. Ended up working out okay. The Shallow Grave was still on cooldown. So not really much the Dazzle could do to reset.
I mean, that whole engagement, though, it feels pretty painful for Gambit. Like, no sentry for the pit. Then they had the Observer on the shrine. They saw them smoke. They still get caught. Trying to cancel those Blink Daggers. They can't quite get them. So it's like they were almost all the way prepped. They just got TA trapped.
Yep. It's definitely risky to go for that, though. And also not put a sentry down themselves. Kind of have to assume that there's going to be a TA trap there and that sort of a scenario.
Definitely one of those, like, you get one, you know what I mean? Like, the next time, 100% they're going to have it because they're going to realize, like, how it was so perfectly timed and everything. But
sure.
Very frustrating to have it happen to you. And
very
go
costly.
For the full man smoke here. And I mean, in terms of Radiant Vision, like, they have pretty good wards, right? They have that bottom rune, they have the shrine, they don't see anyone moving in the jungle.
Big Chrono opportunity potentially. MSS goes in first. They might not even need the Chrono to bring down this Dazzle, but Force Staff will be able to get off his Shallow Grave. Still looking like he'll go down here. Now the Stampede forward, they see Van Score. TA Trap will slow him down, but Van Score makes it back up to the high ground.
Someone's pulling in the reins here and telling everyone, whoa, okay, slow down, no jumping in the base. Everybody relax.
Yep.
And they will now focus down that tier 2.
This core Dazzle has absolutely turned to support though, Trent.
This does look like your games.
Yeah, dude.
This core Dazzle is perfect.
Now, listen, I've played a lot of core Dazzle in my day. I've also lost a lot of games in my day. It's tough because it really reminds me of like a position 1 Venge. It feels unstoppable until you make that first mistake.
Yeah.
And that moment you lose the momentum, you realize, oh right, TA is actually a core. I mean, the farm for UR is still leaving something to be desired, but he's going to have a Desolator very soon now to go with that BKB. He also still hasn't been forced to use that 10-second charge.
Is under attack.
That's pretty impressive considering the engagements, but hasn't really been going down or anything, so
Yeah.
credit to him, that's for sure.
Have to give credit to Resolution as well. #1 on net, right? Farming very well throughout this game.
Yeah, there's been a lot of moments, even in mention, though, like when they were behind, the way that he was farming up on the Radiant side of the map, using their ancients, abusing so much space that they were kind of leaving behind because they were playing so deep in the dire territory because they felt pressured to put that advanced pressure on because of the dazzle. Very impressive stuff. Like, such good recognition from Rezo to try and find that space where he can actually get some items for himself, because there's so many Void players right now that would be stuck at like Mask Maelstrom.
For sure. Benno Aghanims out
look at
very
that, though.
soon.
And I mean, Dota Plus already was kind of hating on them, even when they were up around the 17-minute mark. Now, points.
Wow,
30 minutes in the game. It's given very little hope to the Dazzle lineup.
Okay, no faith in the Troll Warlord, I guess.
I mean, it's hard to blame him. At this point, this Venomancer is getting very stacked. It's almost Aghanim's time for Universe, and that just makes high ground sieges so difficult.
Well, Gambit are going to go for it. Dahak on high ground, caught by a stun from MSS, some follow-up from Forward. They'll use the Flesh Golem. Not going to pursue too far out of the base. Forward will be happy just to hold here. They do have a Chronosphere.
And earlier in the game, you saw these moments where Gambit are punishing. They're saying, oh, Chrono's down, go, go, go. But as the game gets later and later, fights get more and more spread apart. And then suddenly, that's why Void becomes such a good hero here, because it seems you're going to have that Chrono.
Yeah. Nice play down bottom by the Venno to shove out this lane, though. There was a double siege creep wave, forcing FNinja to TP in. And that will completely repel the aggressive push from Gambit. And now Forward are going to be the ones that set the aggressive zone. They've got this Aghanims on the Venno now. They're smoked up. They've got a deep ward.
Oh, yeah.
Can they find a target?
They're going to go right for that.
Oh, that's a fresh gem on that Weaver as well. He'd be a great target if they could catch him. It looks like they won't be able to.
They're very aggressive smokes, the way they've been going too. Like, just kind of hoping that there's going to be someone at these random waves. Like, their tier 3s taking damage. So time to tactically retreat here for Forward.
Trying to bait the Venno there in the mid lane, but instead they'll have to repel the push from King R. This Tiny in a very forward position. He's like, if you guys aren't going to defend this, I'm just going to take this tower down. That's a glyph forced out to the high ground. TP, King R will live. MSS can't get there in time.
Okay, got a bit greedy on that one.
Radiant's top tower is under
Might be
attack.
time to shove the lanes out.
Radiant structures are fortified.
As Dahak retakes the top of the chart there.
BKB coming. I think Dahak probably pretty glad that he saved the BKB until now. I'll have that 10-second charge for the first with the integrated Poison Nova. Still 18-second duration.
Radiant's top tower.
Yeah, this Scotty, like, it feels good when you're winning and snowballing a little bit, but now it just feels a little weird. It's just like, oh man, I wish I had like Blink BKB or something. I feel like the Scotty doesn't solve a lot of the kiting issues you're going to face when you're up against a Venomancer. Some games it feels really good, but the second you're into the bog, I mean, you're just stuck there.
Yeah, it does give him a little bit of extra meat on the bones. Maybe just worried about surviving through the duration of the Chrono.
You know, good luck surviving the Poison Nova without a BKB.
Yeah, I hear ya. Always searching for those silver linings.
And you're just such an optimist, I know.
You know me.
Finally, Gambit on the back foot, trying to defend their tier 2s. The same pressure that Forward felt so long ago.
Yep.
And Forward not going to force it. Back away, maybe considering things like that next Roche. We know it could be respawning in the next 4 seconds. They've got the timers going. Don't want to give anything away here. Of course, a free pickoff would also be nice.
And here we go. They'll jump in on Van's score. No real cooldowns used. And it's Dead Bane. Roshan up in 2 minutes.
Okay, buckle in, folks. Not going to be a quick end to this one. So if you're Forward right now, the whole game plan, you can see the circle down bottom from MSS of this whole jungle. Basically get that pressure down in there. Try and draw as many Gambit heroes there as possible, and then open up the Roche part of the map for yourselves, or take a free tier 3. It's pretty hard in this position if you're behind.
Oh, Tiny gonna get caught by MSS. Will the follow-up be there? BKB from Yawar gets used. Does not find the kill. That's the 10-second BKB down. A little bit underwhelming.
Vanskor TP's out to the shrine. He might find him at an angle, but there's a Venom guarding the presence of Rezo there anyway, so should be okay.
Potential Chronosphere for Void. Does still have the cheese, actually.
Yeah, there's no way he goes for a Chrono here. Real crazy.
SVG, though. Yeah.
Like, the double save, the fact that's still there just makes it so difficult. Take these little Chronos like this. I like this kind of stuff, like poking and prodding with the Veno, though.
Gale connects. Stampede.
Tombstone?
Off to the side, maybe looking for Vanskor again. He's been separated from the rest of his team, and they'll catch him.
Yeah, he is. Now, completely alone. And unlikely to see them punish these cooldowns either. Once again, from the Radiant side, they just don't really have the heroes for it at the moment. I mean, you pointed out before, but they've lost the core at this point. The Dazzle is, he's just not doing it.
Oh, they will just straight up get out carried, I think, the longer this goes on. Especially that Chrono talent, the bigger AoE. Pretty big deal in this game, actually. So you can try to catch those saves in the back line.
The Radiant scan, they find that Universe is in their own Ancients, but not a result really in getting them anything.
King R, okay, gets it by TA trap, but blinks back. The Dazzle is trying, okay, looks like he's changed his mind here. Lotus Orb going to be the choice. He did have a Scythe Vice queued up, but now committing to the plate mail.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
This build would be really nice if there was a GPM talent, that's for sure. If it
On Dazzle?
replaced like the 15, yeah, that would be great.
Wow.
Then I
Yeah,
can see that core being good.
Oh, here we go. Stampede. They'll set up onto King R. He gets Grave, but
So last time, the setup looked really good from Gambit. They're always baiting out this troll. They're trying to make sure, oh, he just blinks right in. He does dodge it.
Chrono, it only connects on the Troll Warlord. Grave comes out nice and early, but still could be an okay fight for forward. Yawar in the front lines with the BKB on. Troll disarmed, BKB'd. He will live. Gambit.
Pretty sneaky plays there. The Weaver jumping on over and then dodging the Chrono with the Blink Dagger that he's bought to try and save here. And now they're coming back in here knowing their Troll has no BKB, but the TA's in the same boat.
And no Chrono.
He's so reliant on these saves from his teammates.
Look at this. The Troll walks into the pit. They're going to stay spread out on the backside. He takes the time lapse, but now MSS jumps in. Troll could be in a lot of trouble here. He gets disarmed, force stabbed out of the pit, but Vanskor will go down to the side, and they still get the Troll after all. 2 down on the side of Gambit, and now King R likely to die back. He'll get a shallow grave. That'll buy him a couple of seconds, but he will not live through the onslaught. Ninja trying to make it out. He'll find a spot in the trees to TP, but 3 down, no buybacks. This will be a Roshan for forward.
Gambit, they made their stand. They decided this was the most likely case for them to win this game.
It's a really risky way to do it, though. Isolating the Troll in the pit like that, there really wasn't a great opportunity for the time lapse.
I think their high ground defense is just terrible.
Yeah.
So what's the point?
Yeah.
They don't have any spam. They don't have any good AoE skills. The best thing they can hope for is like a blink toss.
Weaver trying to make the play here, but not going to get the snatch, nor will he get the Aegis. Instead, it'll just feed his life away. And Resolution happy to pick up the spoils.
And the Shard and Cheese were both picked up by Yawar, so they'll be handed over to Rezo now.
Rezo's tricked out. He's got a Shard, a Cheese, and an Aegis to go with that newly fashioned Lincoln Sphere.
And he's played exceptionally well this game. 7-2 and 14.
Yep.
Pretty much his worst Chrono was one with a brand new Blink Dagger on a Weaver. Relatively new, I suppose. It was brand new at the moment, but
things feeling very grim for Gambit right now. Gonna have to dig deep to turn this one around.
Ninja and Yawar are closer than I might expect.
Ninja might have been able to pick on him earlier, but now he is not going to win that solo battle against the TA. That's for damn sure. This Heaven's Halberd on the Veno, also a great item pickup from Universe.
Yeah, he said something. He didn't have any mana left in that fight. Like, that Force Staff is so painful now. Takes away so much. He like forced in and then suddenly he's like, oh yeah, that's 100 mana. I can't even use my ulti.
King, all right, they're gonna drop the Chrono for this. Guaranteed kill. His buyback, I believe, is still on cooldown. Yep, 5 minutes.
It's actually not that bad overall, I don't think, for
Radiant's
Gambit,
middle
honestly.
tower is under attack.
Probably be the end of their outer towers, though. This tier 2 top might be under siege. Could even be this tier 3 mid.
Time is money.
Radiant's top tower has looked better.
Oh, whatever.
As foretold.
Void does have that refresher shard.
Yeah, if I see the moment, they might go for it.
Probably going to wait it out for now, though.
Yeah, I don't think they're in any rush whatsoever. Universe has a lot of gold laying around. Quite a few of their heroes actually are just kind of sitting over 1k, almost k gold. So might be a round of items come out here first. And there's no real impending sense of doom or anything coming out if you're forward gaming. It just feels all rainbows and butterflies here.
Yeah, Weaver still has that gem, but can't really get out of the base to de-ward. A lot of really forward vision from forward gaming. Oh, jungle, Dahak gonna be going blow for blow with Resolution. Would have won the battle, but Rezo able to get out. Very spread out fight here. Forward looking for an angle to initiate. Can they catch someone? It might be Vanscore on the back line, and he will be the first to fall.
Radiant's top tower.
Yeah, he's trying these
has looked
backstab
better.
plays to try and create weird moments in the engagements.
Fire have fortified their
That's why he keeps dying, but it's understandable.
And I think you're absolutely right. If you're Gambit, you're not going to win a straight-up high ground defense. You got to do something to break this up. But meanwhile, in the mid, Tiny, he gets caught. Time lapse will keep him alive.
14 seconds till Chrome.
Radiant have fortified their
By the time they
structures.
take this Aegis down, he should be fine.
There's the glyph. Still 2 minutes on Aegis. Forward have some options. They don't need to force this.
Yeah, you are just going to start cutting waves here.
Big creep wave coming in up top. Double siege to boot.
Radiant's top tower deserves just as much help as bottom.
I like the way Forward are playing this with the Bane dead. Maintaining most of their team mid, but making sure they put pressure on this tower. Now without the glyph, Rezo will just come in and finish it off.
Radiant's top tower
20k
has
net worth,
fallen.
now the favor for Forward.
Gambit came in here. Maybe seeing a moment for a bit of a unique strat in the core dazzle. But it's on its last legs here.
Radiant's middle
Yep,
tower
only
has
Some real
fallen.
moldy cheese.
Only 2 buybacks available for Gambit. The Hawk has one of them. They're going to go in onto the Void. He still has the Aegis, so even if they find this kill, they will bring him down. It's an okay start for Gambit, but now they need to be careful. The Chrono's up. And instead he uses it defensively. Universe jumps in, gets a big Poison Nova, forces the BKB from Dahak. They also kill Vanscore again in the fray, but without a glyph, they're just going to focus down the barracks. Yawar also used his BKB there a bit prematurely, perhaps.
Radiant's
That big
middle
wave
barracks
still
has
coming in
fallen.
top.
Nice initiation from MSS. Catches the Dazzle, but time lapse keeps him alive. Now the deep Chrono catches only the Troll. He does get Grave, but Rezo will still secure the kill onto King R. Refresher Shard still available. Might not even need it as they get that mid lane of Barracks secured.
Yeah, I think they're looking to end this game here.
Forward not going to retreat. No reason to. Veno ulti going to be up again in 15 seconds. BKBs might not be there in time for a few of these heroes.
Rezo's holding the shard. He's not committing fully to this right now.
Guess they'll see what they can get away with. Still a long time on the glyph. Bean script used onto the Centaur. Vanscore gets the Grave as Rezo meets him in the tree line. Universe gets off another nice ultimate. The Hawk trying to make it out. He pops the BKB to mitigate some of that magic damage, but there's the next Chrono. He catches the Dazzle. The Shadow Priest will fall. Buyback immediately. The Hawk relegated back to the well. Same with the Weaver. And now the focus onto this tier 3 down bottom. Forward with all 5 still alive, but running low on resources. They might be forced to back out here.
They don't have a whole lot of sustain. There's basically just the cheese. I don't think they have an urn left here.
Further economic damage though, Trent. Now 25k, the net worth lead, forcing out that buyback. Just open up some shrines, get a little more gold going their way. Forward playing this very controlled.
I'm sure they're maybe a little worried with how the mid lane was going. Start of this game, the speed that it looked like they could take, but it seemed like for how the strategy has to go, they didn't quite have all the right pieces. Like, if this troll was maybe like a TB or someone that could actually join the engagements a little bit earlier and use timed pushes with meta or something to secure objectives a little easier, maybe have a true threat onto the high ground, it could have gone a little bit better. Their one wasn't quite strong enough. Like, they built a really strong support cast, but the troll wasn't really ready to utilize it. Right? These graves, you can just imagine these graves and these time lapses from this offlane Weaver with the early Spirit Vessel and Aghanims. I mean, TB, this game is probably yours, but of course TB just so top tier right now. Very hard to sneak him into your lineup at any point.
Yep. TB, Morphling, PL, all three of them banned out this game.
Yeah.
Two of them in the first banning trio even, so. Tough stuff for Gambit. I think that push down bottom when they almost killed that tier 3 for forward, that was a big moment in the game. If they had gotten barracks there, that's where this could have been Gambit's game. But like you said, their siege just not on point. Now bottom, they'll jump in and finish off that tower. Still a minute on the glyph. Easy pick for Yawar. Siege will continue here. Gambit gearing up for a defense. They've got buyback on everyone except the Dazzle.
And they're keeping that same formation, and they've taken the tier 3 at this point in the top lane, but they're just going to send the creeps in. Tiny won't stay. He'll back up.
He's done his job. Forces MSS to TP. Deal with this incoming creep wave. Double siege creeps, actually a little scary here.
Time flies.
Maybe waiting out next Roche. We'll see what that timer looks like in 20 seconds. At this point, feels like the safe play for forward.
Yeah, and that's what they've been sticking to, which is the Dota that one plays in a best of one.
Yep. No need to take undue risk here. Also, a heart is up on Universe. So that Veno is damn beefy now. 3,200 HP and 25% evasion. And also a Hex on Yawar's TA.
That I really like. That kind of takes away some of the pressure of the Chrono. Because the Chrono comes out and then Yawar just hunts one of the support staff in the back lines. And you know there's no Lincolns coming out of these heroes, so it's going to be free picking.
King R needs to be a little careful here. Pretty far forward, showing off that Shadow Blade. Double damage TA. Very scary.
King R's doing what he has to, though. Try and cut some of these waves here. Keep this game going. One of the things Tiny's been better at in these recent months.
Forward, trying to sniff out an opening. Fan score on the high ground, sets up with a Nightmare, but Universe just jumps in. They say, silly Bane.
There is a butterfly now. Okay, good luck, buddy.
Buyback will get used. Trying to finish down the Tombstone. Stunned up, Chrono on the back line, catches two, the Bane and the Dazzle in a lot of trouble. Universe does get off the ultimate. Hex used on top of the Dazzle, no Shallow Grave for Ninja. It does manage to come out late, but they've already lost
but there's
two.
Nothing left for Troll.
Troll Warlord also going to be brought down. He no longer has buyback, and that is going to be the GG. 36-16. Forward Gaming take a long, composed game, and they do win over the core Dazzle. Fans all over the world.
I tell you, it's like Bulldog says, man. You go late versus the Veno, you lose.
Yeah.
Pretty much that's all he says. No. Anyway, I mean, you can see what they're trying to do, right? You got to give credit. Credit's due to Gambit. It was a unique strat. It was a good idea to try and dumpster the TA in the 1v1.
Five seconds remaining.
Dire team's turn to pick. Radiant team's turn to pick.
League's assassin.
Wind Ranger at your service.
Dire team's turn to pick.
Soul Warlord.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Lena.
Ra
Bad Rider! Tegna. League's assassin.
Shadow Shaman.
Yeah, baby, it's in the bag. Pay attention.
Prepare for battle.
It's in
This
the bag.
one is in the bag. It is in the bag.
It's in the bag.
Since I vowed to reclaim our homeland, I have never made a stauncher oath. But I swear, this one is in the bag.
"30 seconds to battle." This ain't no snowball fight.
You've been burned.
Illusion.
Not much good's happening to Radiant's
Double
bottom tower.
kill! Road rash.
Let the fighting recommence! I'm fine with waiting and all, but let's go!
Up yours.
Death and good are
Loose
linked.
chains.
My reach exceeds my grasp.
Radiant's middle tower could use some help.
You thought you were slick.
Regeneration.
No!
For my keep, get away, you!
Shackled!
You die on this horn next Rent asunder.
Someone better help Dire's middle tower.
Killing spree!
Radiant have fortified their structures. Radiant's middle tower shouldn't have to take this abuse. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Haste.
Dominating!
A loss so small.
Dire's middle tower isn't going to last long. Radiant's bottom tower's got problems.
Gold and sweet.
Every coin helps.
They're beating on Dire's top tower. It looks like Dire fortified their structures. Are those cracks in Dire's top tower? Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Pin! I'm winded. Denied. Illusion.
Radiant's middle tower could use some help.
Killing spree!
Cubs, I beg you.
Radiant's top tower deserves just as much help as bottom.
Hot enough for you?
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has
Unstoppable!
fallen.
Double kill!
Who put me out?
Regeneration.
How can this be?
Radiant's bottom tower's got problems.
Better to burn out than fade away.
Radiant structures are fortified. Not much good's happening to Radiant's bottom tower. Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is gone. Just a cold fog. Radiant's bottom
behind.
tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire Snow fortified their structures. Dire's middle tower just went down.
Killing spree! Double kill!
This
A cold wind blows.
Radiant's bottom tower is no more.
Thank you.
I have nailed the body's wings. I'll take that.
What this change?
Radiant's courier has been killed. Radiant's middle tower shouldn't have to take this abuse. I guess Radiant fortified their structures. Dire have fortified their structures. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has been denied. Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant structures have been snow fortified.
double damage.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
I had hoped otherwise.
Someone better help Dire's middle tower.
It's about time. Dominating!
Dies.
I doubt your kin will weep for you.
Radiant's middle tower shouldn't have to take this abuse. Roshan has fallen to the Dire.
Another will rise in my place.
Dire's bottom tower is being chipped away.
More fuel for my fire.
Mega kill! Had to happen.
Invisibility. How could you?
Double kill!
Dire's bottom tower needs some help.
Who casts that shadow?
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Regeneration.
Dominating! Mega kill! Double kill! There was not much fighting.
Every coin helps.
Death and gold are linked.
Not much good's happening to Radiant's bottom tower. I guess Radiant fortified their structures. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower's got problems.
Killing spree!
Defense.
Haste!
Unstoppable!
Invisibility. Pin!
Dominating!
Not much good's happening to Radiant's bottom tower.
Until the threat is gone. Flattening you was no hardship.
Wake up, girl!
Wicked sick!
Radiant's top tower has looked better.